Okay, so I was just thinking, like, maybe I'm thinking up the top of my cuff, and but I think I'm crazy or something. But I think I've just had a premonition or something about what might happen in the future. Like there's been talk like how the UN has an agenda of killing, of depopulating the human race, and then they're gonna make us turn whoever's left is gonna end up in their doctrines or whatever. But then I also heard that the heat wave is going to be so bad. There's going to be a heat wave that's so bad. It'll be one where and what's also more is that our power is being. I think one thing that could actually raise our power bills is our A that's been raising our power bills. Is that it's because a lot of our companies are using AI, and it's actually putting a strain on our North American power grid, and it could be. I don't know if this is just a crazy thought or even a revelation, but I'm feeling my intuition is telling me that that we're in for a real tribulation, and more so is that the UN is going to make a killer virus that targets its individuals, and will only target the people whose genetic code matches their receptors. If they have like a health issue or whatever, their they will all lose their lives so bad. Like if I'm still here and everyone in this house is gone, is that it all of a sudden dies. Then I have to choose. Then I have to decide what to do. Basically, I need to really decide what am I supposed to do now. And another thing too is that the AI is actually putting a strain. Because right now Europe and Asia are being hit with an unprecedented heat wave. And to me, I can connect this with the fourth bowl judgment being poured on the sun, causing it to scorch everyone with its searing heat. And then people are going to use their ACs, and the AI is really overloading in the electrical grids. Yeah, and then in one day it's gonna hit North America, and it's just like that. The electrical grid will be overworked. It'll be overloaded. It'll be overloaded, and it's gonna fail it. Which is what the Beast Kingdom is, when the Beast Kingdom is descended into darkness. Just then the Euphrates River drying up, and then China will send its armies east toward Israel. Then an earthquake hitting us, and the earthquake hitting the world, destroying all the cities, and then it will be all over. But then I seem to also kind of tie it in to the dystopian fantasy in the novel and movie The Fifth Wave. Like the first wave, after the first wave, all that's left is darkness. It's lights out. And after the second wave, surfs up, only the lucky ones will escape, and the third wave will be disease. After which, eventually the unlucky ones will survive. The fourth wave will be the silencers. And after that, one rule only applies. You can't trust anyone. You know, and I know that many members of my family are going to be dead. Then but some of us will have to decide what to do, and you know, but I think I've gotten a lot more stronger ever since I've taken on the faith, and God has made me strong, and you know, and now, it doesn't matter how I look out there. I know that I can be strong, and I know everything can be. But I know, sooner or later, I have no choice. I will have to, but yeah, and the UN plans to also make it so that humans are only concentrated in cities, microchipped and everything. No one would be able to parent their kids except for the government, and then they'll be educated into their doctrines, the left-wing doctrines, in the source of economic responsibilities. People would be concentrated in 15-minute zones, and there will only be restricted and then unnecessary travel will be restricted. So yeah, and there won't be any small towns or farms either, because the UN is already, because if I can somehow just connect these together, it means you're slowly headed into a dystopian, in fantasy that's more like a dystopian reality. A major trial for the faithful. That means, and then we can't. But then we have to decide. And if there's any one of our family's members left, then we have to find them and rescue them, with help of anyone that we can may have to trust, who could be trusted. But we have to decide between trust and despair, life and death, I would have to decide whether I save ones I love, or save myself, between trust and despair, between life and death, and between surrender and to fight or to surrender, or to give up or to get up, But I know that sooner or later I will have to decide. I will have to choose. But I'm pretty sure I look around me. Everyone's stuck in the slumber of indifference, and people are just have turned off onto easy street and have gone into their sinful ways, and just they keep looking for more, and even the homeless camps already are so filled up, and kids can't be kids anymore, and it's, yeah, like, we're already getting into dystopia, and to me it's gonna get worse, and because I know someday it is all gonna happen, and only the strong shall survive. It doesn't matter how strong you look, it's the faith that makes you strong. But, and I've read it through my Bible, and I've read up to Romans in my Bible. Like I have to start chapter 3 on Romans, and the more I learn, the more I can, these things. But I don't learn a lot of these things through reading it, but I learn things through revelations. You know, like, things are revealing themselves to me. Like, as every day goes on, the revelations come. You know, it's like my intuition is telling me something is off. Like the spider, or like there's tingling, like that tingling feeling of a spider, of your spider sense, the sense of fear. The tingling feelings of fear, that of an imminent of looming danger. It's like people don't listen to their intuition. They don't trust their gut. That's where I really gotta think about my gut. I gotta take a leap of faith, but I gotta trust my gut if something just does not seem right. So, if any of you ever feel this way, know this: just your intuition will tell you. These revelations may come to you if you believe in the God, if you believe in a personal God, in the Trinitarian God, or whatever. Just trust your gut. Do not listen to your heart, or just when that warning flare or signals up, heed the warning. So, because one day it'll all come, and many are gonna die. Then we have to decide what we will, like, because sooner or later it's all gonna be black and white. We have to pick a side. There's no middle ground, and because in the end, it's the side we pick that determines our eternal fate. So, I thank you. I'm gonna end this video here, because I've said enough now. Because I think I've said enough now. So, remember, I want to remain steadfast and keep your faith strong. Do not let others get you down, and don't just, we can't, just don't be afraid, but don't be indifferent. So, until then, just keep your faith strong, because the time of trial will come. Bye.